Uh, I'm not gonna lie. This is the title track, right? This is the movie's called Wicked for Good. This is the biggest song in the movie. And I did feel some emotion. I did, we both kind of were like, oh, all right, yeah, we feel it. But I didn't really care for this version of the song. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I honestly didn't really like because obviously there was like a little bit of emotion in there, but I didn't really start tearing up until it was like after the
The
song.
end, right, right,
Yeah, the end. Yeah, but like
right,
throughout, I was just like, I I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I feel like I should be feeling more emotional, but I'm not. What's
right. That's exactly what I
happening?
felt. Especially again, I have such a connection to that song and this whole musical. So I thought fully like when I was going into this movie, I thought, oh, I'm gonna be a blubbering mess. I should have brought some tissues during for good. And I kind of was just literally just watching it, like you know what I'm saying. And yeah, it wasn't until
I was like, am I
towards
gonna
the
cry
end of that
now
scene.
or?
Right, right. It wasn't towards the end of that scene, which one scene specifically I'll get into. But yeah, I didn't really feel it. I fully the like Indina Menzel Christian Chenoweth version of this song is way more emotional for me for sure.
Yeah. Uh, It really it's and again this is also like I feel like this is like a 6 minute song. This one also kind of goes on for a little
Right.
bit long too.
'Cause
Like I'll
they
go on.
take like breaks. Like they'll start singing and then like they stop and they'll talk for like 2 minutes and then they'll like go back into the song, which doesn't happen in the stage production. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure just the full song for like 6 minutes or whatever it is. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I didn't mess too much with it. I mean, obviously it is emotional, so obviously it is an important song, but like musically wise, I didn't care for it too much.
right.
It's not really until after when it's like they finally like realize, okay, yeah, we gotta have to like go our separate ways and whatnot, and this is kind of like our last time seeing each other and whatnot. It's really when that
There was
door shuts.
when when they were singing for good. There was a point where you leaned over to me and you were like, "Dorothy's still trapped in that cellar while they're doing this," and I laughed, and then I quit back at you. I go, "Yeah," and currently the Tin Man, Scarecrow, and Cowardly Lion are pretending to be guards trying to get into this place right now too,
There's so
which
much
is also
going on,
hilarious.
and they're just like singing their hearts out to each other, and
Right,
all this other silly stuff is happening on the side.
right. Yeah, so they kind of say their goodbyes after the song, and what you were getting to, the the part where she kind of shuffles Glinda into that like closet and shuts the door, and we have that shot of the door in the middle of the screen, and they're both on each side and start crying. That's when I started crying.
That's when
That's
I
when
started.
I
Yeah,
got very
exactly. That's when
emotional.
I was like, yep, this is it. This is
Yeah,
the this is the
right,
tearjerker moment right here. This is what I've been
right,
waiting
right.
for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, that definitely got me for sure. Because they just showed so much emotion in that scene too, which amplifies
and they
how we
hold
feel.
it. They hold it for
Right,
you.
right.
They really
And
make you work for it.
right before Elphaba shuts the door, she tells her like, "It's gonna be okay, I promise you," and then shuts the door. So that whole 2 minute scene of that was the most emotional moment probably in the whole movie for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So and then she kind of runs off, and we kind of see from Glinda's point of view through the crack in the door, which I thought was a great way to kind of portray it. And they do that again in the stage production. That's kind of how they do it, like not through a crack in the door, obviously, but um, I think the way they do it is like Glinda is on like the front of the stage, and there's a giant like tarp on the stage, and then Elphaba kind of runs behind that, so it's supposed to you could see the like in the movie how you see the
Right.
shadows on the wall. You see that on the tarp, so you don't actually see it happening. You just see the silhouette of
That's
it happening, which I
right.
think is good. And I think transcending that into the movie, they did a good job with kind of portraying it on the wall. Um, I thought that was really, and there were some shots of like you see Dorothy's shoes, you see her grab the bucket. So I thought they did a really good job with that too. And then she does her over the top kind of I'm melting da 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 and disappears, and then you see Glinda kind of she has to stop herself, but she's clearly very affected by what she watching her best friend just get murdered. So right, right, right. But then yeah, mm. But yeah, she does come out of the closet, no pun intended. And she just kind of sees the hat. She just sees the hat, and goes up and she's in the puddle and she's hugging the hat. But there's the vial. There's a little green vial next to that hat. So she's kind of mourning and crying and holding that. And Chistery comes back in and says,
Just
"Miss,
mystery.